The PS5, a console that came out last year but that many are still waiting to get their hands on due to a worldwide stock shortage. Well, the lucky few that did get their hands on a PS5 have had a pretty good experience thus far. But it wasn't just the cool new console hardware that got us excited in 2020. PlayStation fans got to enjoy plenty of great games. We could enjoy new titles such as The Last of Us Part 2, the Final Fantasy VII Remake, Persona 5 Royal, and Ghost of Tsushima, even on the 7-year-old PS4. Oh, and of course the PS5 exclusive Demon's Souls was well received too, scoring 92% on Metacritic. Even that being so, it was of course the console that was the star of the show. From the new brilliant DualSense controller to blazing fast load times to the massively updated graphics capabilities. We gave the console our coveted Editor's Choice Award on AndroidAuthority.com, with the verdict being pretty positive in the review. But Sony's work is far from over. Of course, aside from the massive stock shortage, we have 5 things here that we want to see from the Japanese giant in 2021. Firstly, we really do need to see Sony compete with Microsoft with its Game Pass. Long story short, Microsoft's $15 Game Pass Ultimate is huge with over 100 titles that you can download and play as long as you have the pass. Oh, and on top of that, you get access to the Xbox Live Gold service, which allows you to play games online multiplayer. By comparison, Sony's $10 PlayStation Now service has a decent amount of titles to its library, including those from the PS2, PS3 and PS4, sounds alright on paper, but the variety of titles included in the subscription isn't nearly as recent as what can be found in Microsoft's library. So whether it be a $15 service that competes directly with Game Pass Ultimate that includes the online multiplayer ability, or whether it be Sony just including more recent titles with PS Now, something does need to be done if Sony wants to compete with Microsoft in the ever-growing race to be the Netflix of gaming. Microsoft has the head start here. There are some pretty exciting games coming out in 2021, including PS5 exclusives like Horizon Forbidden West, Gran Turismo 7, my personal favourite, Ratchet & Clank Rift Apart, and even a potential sequel to God of War. That does sound really exciting, but all of those games are sequels to other franchises that already exist. But with a fresh console, a fresh controller, a fresh experience at the turn of the decade should mean fresh new franchises to explore and to grow. Returnal, so far, is the only new IP on PS5, but we want to see more. I mean, Sony has Naughty Dog, one of the most talented studios out there, and its last new franchise was The Last of Us, which came out in 2013. Even if 2021 only sees Sony greenlight a project that comes out in a year or so, it would only be good news. So if you're a gaming enthusiast, you probably heard all about Microsoft being in the process of buying ZeniMax, owner of Bethesda Softworks and Bethesda Game Studios. Microsoft has been building its roster of top-shelf first-party game studios for a while now, with Obsidian, Double Fine and Ninja Theory on top of the creators of Fallout and the Elder Scrolls games. Sony's first-party devs are great, there's no denying that, but to add to it would show intent to compete with Microsoft's first-party army. Saying that though, Sony definitely does not match Microsoft in terms of the financial clout. Microsoft has an order of magnitude more power in that regard, so expecting Sony to buy a huge studio just to match it really is unrealistic. But if the company could lean into its strengths and acquire smaller indie talent, it would mean less financial pressure and it would allow those devs to work on a bigger budget, which seems like a win-win for everyone really. The PS5 is already a really powerful system, but to cut costs, Sony only put an 825GB NVMe SSD in its console, and of that only 667GB are available to the user. Sure, load times are really fast, but in 2021, 667GB is not a lot. Games these days can reach 100GB or more, a handful of those and the drive will very quickly become full. Especially for those who like to keep a few games installed or that can't download very quickly and so rely on mass storage. USB storage, at least for PS5 titles, can only be used to store the games and not to actually play from. And so you could hook up a 4TB super fast USB SSD to this thing, but it's not going to work. You have to use that 667GB. The thing is, Sony isn't supporting M.2 expansion right now, even though it's very easily accessible onto the large plastic panels. So Sony, please do unlock the ability to let us go and buy a 4TB M.2 and just stick it in the PlayStation, even if it costs more than the console itself. Even if you have to list specific license models or something, just let us do it so that we can store more games on our consoles. PSVR is technically capable with the PS5, but the support isn't exactly elegant. To use it, you need the headset and a PS4 camera because the PS5 camera doesn't work with the headset. Oh, and a free adapter which Sony can provide on request. It's not a great experience off the bat, but the PSVR 1 is also rather outdated. The resolution, for example, is far lower than the similarly priced Oculus Quest 2. And if you want the best experience, you're going to need motion controls, right? But then you have to use the PS Move controllers. Yeah, you remember those ones released for the PS3? Those are the ones you need to use with this to make it work. Oh, and if you want a more updated controller, then you'll be stuck to the DualShock 4 controller. You know, the one for the PS4. It's a very messy setup with a messy user experience, and to polish it, Sony would really need to create a true successor that works flawlessly and is designed for the PS5. I know it's niche, but it's a really cool technology, and if the PSVR 2 is anything like the PS5, then we're in for an awesome experience. So that's our video for what we want to see from PlayStation in 2021. To read the original article, please do check the link in the video description. It'll be at the top of the description to Ollie Cragg's original feature. While you're down there, please do like and subscribe to never miss a video like this one, and let us know in the comments what you'd like to see from the Japanese giant in 2021. I've been Ryan Thomas with Android Authority, and I'll catch you later.